Hey everyone, happy Saturday afternoon. Mitchell back here on the Sports Hub. Today is one of the best weekends of the year, especially the second weekend of 2019. 2020. Can't believe it's a new decade, but it's 2020 now, and the NFL playoffs, which was for the 2019 season. The Divisional does start tonight with two great games. The Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers will kick off at 3:35 Central Time, and then at 7:15 Central Time, Baltimore will play Tennessee. Those two are gonna be very compelling matchups. And I think Ryan Tannehill versus Lamar Jackson is a really good matchup because we have a modernized quarterback, Lamar Jackson, trying to really get his playoff resume up and running, especially for his first career playoff start. And then for Ryan Tannehill, he hasn't really had a lot of playoff experience too, so if he pulls out some magic just like he did in New England, they have a legitimate shot, especially if they play well most of the game, but we'll see. But I have Baltimore winning that one. So as far as my bracket goes, I'll do it because I did it, but my document's not printed out right now. So I have Baltimore winning that one just because he's hard to stop and Baltimore's at home. But I'm hoping the Titans win. I'm looking forward to seeing that game, hopefully a good one. And then for Minnesota and San Francisco, the rematch of the 1987 NFL Divisional, that was also in San Francisco, which was obviously Candlestick Park back then. The Giants and the 49ers shared that stadium for years and years, and yeah, they had a lot of moments then. And then with them beating Joe Montana and just Jerry Rice, that's really crazy that they did that. Bud Frazier's squad for Minnesota back then, they were just really good. They just couldn't win any Super Bowls, but the main thing is they got there. We'll really see if they have it today. Kirk Cousins, as I mentioned in the last video, he is looking for that second playoff and signature win in his career, and his days are starting to drain. So we'll really see what he can do. But I do have Minnesota because I do want a Green Bay Minnesota NFC Championship game to have an extra game at Lambeau Field. So that would be really nice, and I think they can really stop Jimmy G. Their defense was actually really tough against New Orleans, and they almost lost, but the way they came back in overtime, how phenomenal. They ended up winning that game, and I just thought like normal they would blow it just like the 2010 year where the Saints won it far through that interception, 10 seconds left when they could have ran it with Peterson and kicked the game-winning field goal, but it led to the Saints coming back and winning, and then that was the end of Brett Favre's postseason career just in general. And then the next year he was injured that one game against the Bears, even though Vikings were out of the playoffs, that type of thing. But yeah, that was his last dance there for playoff action, and they actually did prevail and win that game. So Kyle Rudolph caught the pass of his life. I mean, they're just really celebrating over there, and we'll really see what they can do. But I just think with their defense, they have a big shot, and Jimmy G doesn't play as consistent. I am serious. I think the Vikings will win. I have a bold statement coming today, and it's going to come. As for the Packers and Seahawks, if Aaron Rodgers gets red hot at the right time, and they're at home, as I mentioned in the last video of a divisional preview, I think they'll get that one. So I took the Packers to play the Seahawks, and then for the game before then, that's going to be a very good one. I think that's the best AFC matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. J.J. Watt's looking for another playoff win in his career. He's kind of been injured quite a bit, but we'll really see what they can do. If they can really beat Patrick Mahomes' offense. And then Andy Reid's eager to get his second Super Bowl appearance. He had one in Philadelphia, and then he barely missed one in overtime when Kansas City had that game, but then the Patriots prevailed and they still came back. But this is a different story this year. The Patriots are out of it, and they just really have a shot. And even if they do have Baltimore, I think they can really make some noise that game. And I think the Chiefs will have that one. So those are my four picks. As for the NFC Championship, Green Bay and Minnesota, an NFC North showdown for the third time in the year. That's the maximum amount of time where an NFC North teams can rematch up to 3 times because they can't play each other in the preseason, as most of you guys know. So it'd be a third time they would do so, and I think the Packers will have quite a bit, and I think they would have potential to make the Super Bowl if it was in Lambeau. As tough as it would be, I think they would do it, but it's going to be a very big game, and I will take the Packers. And then for Chiefs and Ravens, like I said, Mahomes has really got to get his offensive game going, and they really got to learn to play against Lamar Jackson. And I think they might. And then I have the Packers and Chiefs for the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for more predictions as far as the games go the way I expect this weekend. So enjoy them, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and see you all next time on M Sports Hub YouTube channel.